To begin our student addresses, the administrator's choice, we will welcome Mr. Willem Kiefer to the podium. Will is the president of the class of 2010, the National Honor Society president, the head drum major of the band, and the captain of the boys tennis team. Please welcome Mr. Kiefer.
Lil Wayne once said, "The top gets higher the more that I climb," articulating in his words a challenge that I think many of us face every day. At this point, I'm afraid I've used up all quotable Lil Wayne material. That aside, as graduates, we've spent 12 years climbing towards the top, climbing this ladder each year, reaching to a new rung, but feeling that in the end, we're still one step away. Well, tonight, I congratulate you on getting to the top of this ladder, getting to the top of one of the peaks in your life. And I hope that you can appreciate the feat that you've accomplished. And I wish you all the best in celebrating it. But let me be the first to tell you that from here on out, the top will ever cease to grow farther and farther away from you. It was in 1803 that the Corps of Discovery was founded by President Thomas Jefferson. And it consisted of 30-odd men led by Meriwether Lewis and William Clark. And their job was to set off across the United States and find a suitable waterway for commerce. Now, these men had prepared very well. As best they could, they had studied maps, they had plotted the trajectory, but they were lacking in the area of basic information as to where the land ended and where the water began. So they set off, prepared as best they could for what they knew they never truly could prepare for. Yet when they returned, they were lauded as heroes, pioneers, even scientists of their lifetime. Now consider the journey that we as graduates are about to embark on after this. Has anyone lived your life before you yet? Could Lewis and Clark could they have been incorrect when they returned? Could they have been wrong? No, because nobody had taken that journey before. Nobody had walked the path they walked, the same way that nobody has lived your life before you. So I'm telling you to go in confidence into the world, understanding that your path is just yours. The experiences that you meet in life will be exactly what you make them. And quite frankly, you cannot be wrong in the decisions you make, because nobody's lived your life before for you, and they won't be able to tell you what's right and what's wrong. Now, when you encounter challenges in life, you have to be confident that one of two things will happen. As Lewis and Clark did, we've been preparing for years, gathering up information. And when we meet a challenge in life, we have to be confident that one, we'll either already have the knowledge we need to complete that task, or two, we'll be provided the tools we need to do the job. Go in confidence, understanding that no one has an itinerary for you in your life, and that what you do is correct. Now, parents, I know we grow up fast, but let us grow up confidently. It's taken 12 years and a whole lot of struggles in life. But I've learned 3 big lessons that I'd like to bring to the table tonight. Before that, I want you to think briefly about what the famous psychologist B.F. Skinner said. Education is what's left behind when all that's been learned is forgotten. Eventually, all of the calc, biology, physics, English, history, it'll all be gone. What will remain is the lessons that we've learned amongst each other, about how to treat each other, about how to live amongst other people. Now, the 3 main lessons that I've gathered over my years, and I'd like to bring to the table tonight are this. Number 1, your goals define who you are. What you work towards in life determines what path you take, what jobs you get into, what people you meet, and ultimately what person you become. I've seen people learn this the easy way and the hard way. I've seen kids go after something that they've wanted since childhood, but come to a road bump, a speed bump, something that slows them down, it's painful, and I've seen them give up, turn back, turn away from that. But then I've had the privilege of watching that same student, that same kid, realize that in all that pain, in all that struggle, the toil and the task, of reaching that goal. That is where life is lived. That is the stuff of life. 2, and this is one of the more important lessons I'd like to bring to the table tonight. If in life you're going to fall in love with someone or something, fall head over heels. Love is something that I encourage you to walk blindly into, because I promise you that when you walk out, you'll be 20/20 vision. Never underestimate the power of love to pull you away from the world that is busy, the world that is business, the world that is pain. Never let that escape you in life. And never forget that if you're going to go into something, if you're going to go into emotion, especially as deep as love, life is too short to feel anything half-heartedly. 3rd, final lesson I'd like to bring you tonight, the most important thing I have to say, is that over my 12 years here, amongst all these fine people, I've learned that to live life successfully, you have to live confidently. Every day, everywhere you go, everything you do, there are experiences that will blow your mind, that will knock your socks off, drop your jaw, but you have to be confident enough that you can uncover these opportunities, that you can find them, because they're waiting for you. The world is waiting for you. I encourage you to step boldly into an area where you're uncomfortable, where you're not used to the surroundings, and let yourself be absorbed by that, covered up by that. But then feel yourself emerge. Feel yourself pull out of that. Find your niche in the world, the opening for you. And wave to me when you get to the top, because I've known you all long enough to know that someday you will get there. Let me leave you tonight with a quote from Oscar Wilde on the man who lives a successful life. He lives the poetry he cannot write. Within each and every one of you, there's imagery. There's rising action, there's falling action, there's rising action again. There's a plot, there's a subplot. There's the world inside of you. Everything that you see that's beautiful, that makes you happy, that you get enjoyment out of, it's all in here, and it's all in here. And I encourage you in life to go out with the confidence that you can unlock all that. Because that's what life is about. My friends, I want something from the world. Don't you? Thank you.